Do that.
Gotta do it. Live from the 215. This is your number one podcast for all professional wrestling. My name is Ace Porter. I'm here with 30 Case and our manager, our tag team partner, our free bird, the motherfucking Pat with the motherfucking facts. This is Wrestle Cave. Cavers, what's going on, Cave Nation?
Well,
Guess
thank
who's
you for
back?
that intro.
Guess who's back? This is show number 3.
This is our third
One
show
night.
recording tonight. This might be the first that you will listen to, though.
Yeah.
So it's like damn near almost midnight. We recorded 2 podcasts before this. This is the third one, but this is probably the first one you guys will hear.
You're definitely the first one. Yeah.
We're back. We apologize. We've been gone for so long. We've been around. Me and Pat have been all
been on
over the
tour.
tri-state area. The
You know,
Impact.
I've
We've been
been-
in Wrestle Pro. We've been at
Yeah.
Raise the Bar. We're back. A lot of shit has happened. Just so you know, after this episode, we got 2 more coming throughout this week. So this one's going to be mainly WWE.
Yeah, mainly WWE.
The next one will be all not WWE. So.
Yeah.
And then the one after that will be with, in the presence of Wolf guitarist Chris Capitania, one of our very own, one of my dear friends, talking wrestling, talking his band, talking music, talking everything.
And we have another podcast I'm going to do. I'm going to explain why exactly what has been going on with me. And but yeah, let's keep it. Let's talk
Pour
about
back.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Pat. And you want to start off?
So by far, I'd say the most shocking opening to Raw, and I don't even know how long. I'd say, maybe going back to when we were told Daniel Bryan was going to have to retire back in 2016. That's the last moment I could personally remember. But anyway, without any further ado, Roman Reigns came out, made a very heartfelt speech, and announced that he is battling his second bout of leukemia and will have to leave wrestling for a considerable amount of time. So the Universal Championship is now vacant, and it's just a terrible situation all around. I know.
Because you text me. I didn't know what was going on.
We were all texting in the group.
You text. I didn't know what was going on in the group. You said Roman. You had a sad face. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I literally stopped what I was doing, and I think I was on Netflix. I stopped what I was doing, and I seen what was going on, and I was cool at first, and then it hit me, and then I think when I saw Seth, and that's when the tears started coming.
Yeah, that's what seeing
realize how serious
Seth is when I finally broke.
There's 2 things I want to say about the whole situation. Number 1, Roman, I feel horrible about this situation. Like, it's horrible. Especially the timing's terrible for him. He just reached where he's been working so hard to get back to. Mm-hmm. I feel for the guy, I really do, and I really, really hope this is not the last we see of him in a ring wrestling, because that man deserves to beat this, come back better than ever, get one of the loudest, if not the loudest, cheer when he comes back ever. The second thing I want to see, so we all here would like to just, our thoughts, our prayers, everything goes out to Roman and his family. You can beat it, Joe. You got this. We're all behind you. The second thing I want to say is anybody who's acting or saying anything disrespectful about this can just go
Fuck themselves.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to.
I'll be
Like,
blunt
You
about it.
motherfuckers.
if you're in our group, we've already kicked people out
and
for
go
it.
and go fucking bitch and comment on our page
we don't really
or
care.
whatever. We don't give a fuck about that.
We don't really care. It's just insensitive. It's not right. It's a man's real life that he's literally battling. So if you want to make a joke about it, I won't even think twice about kicking you out of the group. And I'm sure no one else here will either. But having said that, it was one of the most shocking things I think. I was not expecting it, especially not Roman Reigns. But I sincerely really do hope that he just takes this time to get better, because I really hope he comes back, and I hope he comes back better than ever.
Yeah, and from personal experience, having lost loved ones to cancer, the second and the third bouts, they're always more aggressive. Mm-hmm. So, I can only pray and wish him well, because it's gonna kick his ass.
He's gonna,
but I know he's gonna fight it back.
Yeah, and it was going along with this, because I mean we're gonna talk about it, because it's shocking. It's been covered by everyone, and to see the outpouring of love and support from Ring of Honor, from New Japan, from Kenny Omega, from literally everyone in the wrestling community, everyone who has nothing bad to say but just wishes all the best for this guy. And no matter what you want to say about the character he portrays in the ring, if you don't like his character, it's a character. That's not him. He's a human being, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No.
So I just hope the best for the guy.
Yeah, man, my prayers go out to him and his family, and you know, shout out to all the companies. Shout out to Ring of Honor. Shout out to New Japan. Shout out to, you know, all the wrestlers showing love and you know, supporting him going through this, because I mean, you know, my mother and my grandmother battled with cancer, you know what I'm saying? And they were able to get rid of it for the time being. So that was an emotional thing for me, and going through it with them, and knowing that, you know, this came back, and knowing that, you know, people die from this shit every day, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you take for granted sometimes people in general in everyday life, because you never know what they're going through. You know, we always talk, you know, funny about how, you know, Roman and how he's positioned in the company, but at the end of the day, man, you know, he is he's the biggest star, you know, in the company, or at least on, you know, the Raw brand, you know what I'm saying? So him leaving, you know what I'm saying, abruptly, you know, it's definitely going to, you know, shake up, you know, the roster on Raw. And, you know, it's just sad to know that, you know, all these years, you know what I'm saying, and it came back. So, you know, it can happen to my mother. It can happen to my, you know, my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? It can happen to anyone.
Happen to any of us sitting right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, to end this out, you know, appreciate people, you know, while they're still here, while they can still smell the roses. You know what I'm saying? Roman, you know what I mean? My heart is with you and your family. And, you know, I wish y'all the best. And go ahead, kick that shit's ass so you can come back, you know what I'm saying, and do your thing as you always do.
And I don't know about you two, but I kind of had to turn Raw off after that. You know, I wound up turning it back on maybe for the last half hour or so, which I'm glad I did, and you know, we'll get to that later. But it's just, you know, opening the show like that, it's, you know, there was nothing that could really entertain me at that point, so I, you know, just kind of tuned out.
I kind of had the same feeling, but I mean, like they say, the show must go on.
Oh yeah.
I'll recap Raw really quickly, and
Yeah.
then we can get to the big thing at the end. I'm just gonna run through it. We had Finn Balor beat Bobby Lashley. Lashley had Leo Rush out there, obviously doing his Lashley. Throughout the night, we had a little bit of a storyline going on with Drew, Dolph, and Braun, where Drew's basically saying he's monster hunting. He's gonna do what he's gonna do because Braun's gonna come after him, so he's gonna go after Braun. We had Ruby Riott versus Sasha Banks. Another match we had tonight. Yet again is right. It's interesting to see like what they're doing with that, because it's really not helping a build to Evolution.
We'll get to Evolution separately. But
We'll do that. Yeah. Having said that, Ruby Riott won. She had the Riott Squad with her, and then we had Sasha had Bailey and Natalya with her. Next up, Nia Jax cut a promo saying she's gonna win Evolution. Then we had Triple H and Shawn come out. I'm done with this shit.
What else we have to talk about?
I'll run through this really quick.
Yeah, since I didn't watch that portion, I don't.
Okay,
You didn't miss
so
a
basically,
goddamn thing.
they're just talking about how, like, it was just weird.
They're talking about nostalgia.
He was
talking
saying
about
fear, nostalgia.
running for
He talked
mayor
about a
and-
GoPro at one point. He talked
Yeah.
about running for mayor.
Yeah.
They talked about an X, what the X stands for. The X stands for NXT now. Without saying NXT, they pretty much said that. I mean, it was just weird. And then it flashed to Kane and the Undertaker on the Titantron with a mini movie, like a mini horror movie where they're gonna put them in the dirt and bury them, pretty much buried alive, and then they put the dirt on top of these two graves that had Shawn and Triple H's names on them. I'm just ready for this crap to be over. We can break that down when we talk about the Crown Jewel a little bit, but as far as Raw is concerned, I just feel like, God, I want it to end so bad with this Crown Jewel shit already. Next up, Michael Cole announces we're going to get Braun versus Brock for the Universal Championship at said Crown Jewel. I'm sorry, at Chase Owens on November 2nd. Then we got a little recap of the Bellas and Rousey. Paul Heyman comes back.
Oh, yeah, he said some very nice words about Roman.
Yes, very good things about Roman. But then he, at the end of the day, said Braun's going to pretty much get the hands from Brock, and Brock's going to be the champion at the end of the day.
Oh, God.
At WWE Chase Owens. Then,
Just hold it in, Ace. We're not there
Jesus
yet.
Christ.
yeah,
We're not there yet.
I don't even
what?
hear
Say
his
it.
name.
No.
Who?
I don't even want to hear his name.
Who? Brock?
Fuck. No. Oh, God.
So then we get, during this Paul Heyman thing, Braun comes out. Says,
Babyface Braun.
Yeah, all of a sudden, babyface Braun saying Brock's going to get these hands. And then he turns around and boom, eats a Claymore kick.
Woo!
So
My champion.
leading me to believe Braun's going to win. And then first order of business is Drew's getting a title.
I want to see a triple
opportunity.
threat match. I want to see Drew walk out as a champion. That's what the fuck I want to see.
Same. Next, we got a face turn from Elias, another face turn. After he,
Another face turn.
After he defeated Apollo
okay with
Crews,
this.
Baron Corbin came out, told him he will not be playing his song tonight. Elias said, I am going to play my song. Plays a little ditty about Baron. Baron basically said, if Stephanie didn't like you, I'd fire you right now. So cuts his mic off. Elias pretends to leave, comes back, boom, guitar shot.
Comes back Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett styles, right? Then we get a little contract signing with the Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey. Rousey held her own.
As always.
She's been doing very well. I don't know. There's nothing really to say
Contrary to
about
what the haters say.
Yeah, contrary to what the haters say, this has been going fine with me.
What can you say? What are the haters saying? I don't know. I don't hear
Oh,
them.
Ronda doesn't deserve this. She hasn't paid her dues. The
Oh.
same stuff they've been saying for months.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know that, and having the Bellas injected into it is only making it worse.
Yeah.
Because people have their opinions about the Bellas.
But to end that, I thought Ronda stood pretty tall in that. Then we get another setup for Evolution. That's not really a setup. We just have leftover women we're going to throw in a match. So we got Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke versus Tamina versus Ember Moon. Nia
I didn't even
ended
know
up.
Tamina was on Raw now.
Yeah, and then Nia.
Yeah, where the fuck you come from?
I thought she was on SmackDown.
Yeah, seriously.
said
She jumped. She's the John Cena.
Nia
she
said
goes
she
wherever.
wanted to fight her cousin, so they said, all right, fuck it, you go to Raw now. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, right.
They're still not getting their
That was basically like it was weird, that whole thing. But Ember Moon won that.
What a shame, Ember Moon. She was doing a good job, and then, Ronda had to come, you know what I'm saying? And, stop that whole momentum.
Yeah, so then they go through the whole card with Evolution, and they announce the announcers will be Beth Phoenix and Renee Young on commentary. Didn't they announce one other?
Yeah, there's a
person?
third.
There's a third as well. But I know Beth Phoenix, Renee Young. There's one other person. I can't think of who it is.
I can't tell you.
We'll get to that. I'll figure it. I'll look it up. But finally, I know. Then they did the whole Susan G. Komen thing. Then they interviewed Trish and Lita talking about Evolution. Then all of a sudden, Alicia Fox, who's 7 foot taller than everybody else, was there. I don't
And
know.
you can't teach that.
I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but she was so much taller than everyone else standing there, including Alexa and Mickey, which was weird. Mickey got attacked Trish and Lita from behind, and then Alicia joined in.
They went attitude era on that ass. You know
Yeah,
what
and
I'm
then
saying?
in the end, Trish and Lita stood tall.
Now I hear Alexa has a concussion.
Apparently, I don't know how this is going to hold up with the Evolution match,
Yeah.
but
Paige, to answer your question about the third comment.
Paige,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
Paige.
yes, another very good one.
Yeah.
But now that we got through all that with Raw, the meat, besides the Roman Reigns news,
Yeah.
we had tag team championship match between the what are they called? The Dogs of War, whatever they are. We had the show, the current tag team champions of Drew and Dolph defending against 2/3 of the Shield. What remains of Dean and Seth. What happened, Ace? Walk me through it.
To be completely honest with you,
A great fucking match happened.
it was a great match. I didn't see too much of the match.
It was really good. Really
But
good.
I can imagine. I mean, all those guys are fucking superstars. You know what I'm saying? And main event for a reason. They win the tag team belts.
And
Why Seth is the tag team champion and Intercontinental champion? I don't fucking know. But they win the tag team belts. They go to celebrate, and then Dean starts whooping that ass. He turned, the crowd is like, "Why, Dean? Why?" throw him out of the ring, whoop some more ass, hit the dirty deeds right on the concrete, chopper style. Man, this shit was crazy. I mean, I kind of felt like, well, for one, I kind of seen it coming, but I didn't. I didn't know they were going to do it right then and there, but it made sense to do it right then and there with the emotion that Seth Rollins crying and his tears and losing his brother. And then, because, well, we all know it's no Shield without the three. So when you eliminate one of them, that left the door open for the heel turn that they've been teasing for weeks. Why they've been teasing it, I don't fucking know. If they didn't tease it, I probably wouldn't have seen it coming. You know what I'm saying? But kudos to them, the booking for making the right decision. And now we have, I'm sure for sure, it's going to be Dean and Seth at WrestleMania 35. What are your thoughts, Pat?
Piggyback what you said. They deserve a real compliment for this. I actually went into the match not wanting them to win because I just didn't want it to come off like a sympathy championship reign just because, Roman announced he has cancer and has to leave. But the way they teased that Dean was going heel, but at that point, with everything that had been going on, I was like, yeah, they probably won't do that tonight. They're just kind of keep it until whenever they decide to do it next. So that just made it flat out unexpected for me. So it was a holy shit moment when Dean finally turned on Seth. And it was ultimately the perfect time to do it. Like I said, I was not expecting it at all. Just kind of had it out of my mind, and to get a heel turn from Dean Ambrose to get the reaction they actually want, there's no better time to do it than playing off the opening segment of the show. So again, kudos to them. It was one of the best, turns since recently Becky, I guess, but I was going to go back to, Tommaso on Johnny. Just, I don't rank it right up there with that, but it is one of, to the shock value of it, it's right up there.
What you think, okay?
To play off what both of you guys said, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was well done. The emotion at the beginning of the night capped off with a completely different emotion at the end of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they really took everybody for a roller coaster.
That's a great point.
Roller coaster of emotions, because you literally have the sadness and despair. Then you have a brief moment of joy, and then then anger.
Exactly. They took you on every single emotion, and that's something they haven't been able to do for a long time.
Yeah.
I think the Becky thing and the Ciampa thing have been the best things they've done in years. And this was the perfect time because not only Roman's gone, but what are these two going to do together? I mean, the only reason that they were all together was the Shield. There's no Shield anymore, so there's no reason for them to be together. They just won the championships, and he snaps and just does that. Nobody would ever see that coming, ever. So that was a perfect time to do it. And for anyone saying using that as like an excuse or saying it's bad, guess what? The show has to go on, and I'm sure Roman would be the first person to tell you that he loved every second of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
I'm glad that they threw in that that little twist of them actually winning. If they didn't win the belts, then more people probably would have thought.
Yeah.
But I, Russell Cave's own. I just knew it was gonna come. He fucking teased it for weeks, and then it's no Shield without all three. It's the perfect scenario if you're doing booking, because y'all remember we do make booking great again. They did the exact thing they were supposed to do. Kudos to WWE for that. I really appreciate that. Now we going to have to watch Monday and see how this shit unfolds, and that's the best television is when you leave have those cliffhangers. Exactly. Y'all want to get into SmackDown since we
don't really have much to say about SmackDown.
I mean, we could go through it real quick. There wasn't a whole lot on this SmackDown. The only thing we can recap since we've been gone. The Bar won last week and beat the New Day with a little help from the Big Show. So this week, that's how we started out. We had the Big Show and New Day came out first, and then the Big Show and the Bar came out. We got this whole match. Kofi got chokeslammed about 20 times with Big Show. This turned into a whole big thing. So now we're going to get that at Crown Jewel. Did I sum that up pretty good?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is Big Show back? Why do we care? Why did they lose the tag team titles?
I'm okay with it, man.
They brought him back for the idea was to bring him back for Crown Jewel because I'm sure he was one of those superstars that the Saudis requested to be on the show. So it was just their way of putting him back in.
Now the Usos, they got 2 wins over the WWE champion and the Yes Man, Daniel Bryan. I'm definitely fucking with that. What a way to elevate the Usos. I feel like they deserve a lot more. So they got some W's over them. That was pretty awesome.
I was gonna say I like that they're doing this because it's totally something different that they don't do a lot of, where you put 2 guys that don't necessarily have a lot of animosity towards each other right now. Maybe after this match they will now.
Starting to build.
But they're 2 guys that generally just are fighting for that championship. They don't have any animosity towards each other, so they are put together against one of the best tag teams on that brand, and the Usos, who have proven it year after year. 2 weeks in a row they lose, so now that animosity is starting to build up towards each other because they're kind of not cheap shotting each other but accidentally hitting each other, and it's causing that rift in between them. So now you are seeing that competition grow and grow and grow, whereas before it was just, oh, we're going to fight each other for the healthy competition. Now you're getting that personal feeling that you are looking even more forward to this dream match of AJ and Daniel Bryan.
Do you think Daniel's going to be the one to dethrone AJ?
No.
I already told you, bro.
I'm sticking.
Yeah, he's here now. He's around.
I'm sticking to AJ losing the championship to The Miz at the Royal Rumble.
And I'm sticking to Rey Mysterio beating him after Rey Mysterio wins the WWE World Cup.
Speaking of Rey Mysterio, I do have him as my winner of the World Cup. How about you, Pat?
Yeah, I would go with Ray on that one.
You going with Ray also?
I'm going with Ray. Then he moves on to WWE Championship. What'd you think of the next? This is the only other thing I really. There's only 2 more things I really want to talk about. What'd you think of like the Sasha Charlotte video from the Performance Center? I thought that was
Becky
awesome.
Charlotte?
Yeah, sorry, I said Tasha. Yeah, Becky Charlotte from the Performance Center. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
I love Becky promo. I love the way she, came through. It made sense. You can talk to Pat.
Yeah, she's really coming to her own speaking for herself.
Yeah.
Because, I wouldn't say she was weak on the microphone, but she's, ever since she's had her character change, she's delivering on that mic.
Yeah, they didn't give her the opportunity to, develop or showcase that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is that she's now walking with a purpose, and, for her even coming out and saying, I appreciated and respected everything that, Charlotte said, to all those women, because a lot of that foundation that they did put in NXT was the reason why we probably got to this level. And for that, and seeing some of the faces on the girls, Shayna, face, she started laughing when Becky came through and was just like, yo, you want to hear something from the champ? You don't make any friends. Don't listen to whatever she's saying. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take your own shots. You gotta do it before anybody else. And that's how you get over in this business. And to see all the hills, in the girls' facial reactions, I was looking at, Bianca. Shayna was hilarious.
Shayna was laughing her ass off.
She was hilarious. And Bianca, she looked like, okay, yeah, okay. And next thing you know, they started mixing. I think it was a good thing. Anytime that you have these events where they're recording, or these interviews that's outside of the ring that imply, it's always good to add on to television. Back in the day, parts of the reason why we loved it, because shit could happen at any given moment. It was unexpected. I like how they're building this thing up. My only thing is I wish that they were headlining, because I'm not sure if they're headlining or not. But I feel like they should.
I believe Nikki Ronda is going to be the headliner.
How do y'all feel about that?
Ronda's the biggest star,
fine with it.
and arguably in WWE, male or female.
Whether
so
people
there's
want to
no
agree
way
with
she's
it or
not closing
not,
the
it's
show.
the fact.
That is a fact.
And that's going to be the main event. Like you said, Pat, whether people like it or not, she is probably the biggest star in WWE right now because of her name. Mm-hmm. So she's going to headline that, and you're telling me they got Ronda Rousey to not mainline their only women's pay-per-view? Get real. Get real. The only other thing from SmackDown I wanted to point out was I kind of thought that the WWE World Cup was starting on last night, on Tuesday night, because we got all these matches of people that are in the World Cup. I still don't know how the hell this thing's working with the World Cup.
Yeah, they're looking for a location, they said.
I'm not. The United
I'm not
States
talking about the
Cup.
whole thing. I'm just talking about the World Cup. Like, the United States Cup. Like, is SmackDown facing Raw, or is SmackDown facing SmackDown, and then the winner faces Raw? Like, they're not making anything clear about this.
I think it's just because stuff about the show in general is so up in the air. I don't want to get into the politics of everything.
We will.
But,
We'll talk about it briefly. We're not politicians, but we'll get into it when we wrap this up real quick. But what are your feelings about just overall the ending of SmackDown, where you had basically like the 4 guys that are going to be in this World Cup basically facing each other? And I got the feeling like, why are they doing this now when we're probably going to see one of these 2 matches again in about a week?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that got that feeling, or?
I mean, it's hard to really pay attention or really give a fuck. For at the end of the day, Braun Strowman, he was the greatest Royal Rumble winner, and he got a green belt that didn't amount to shit. So it's kind of like when you do these things where these WrestleMania as venues out of the country, or if it's going to be out of the country or not, it's kind of hard to give a fuck. I like how they switched it and said the best in the world. Hopefully that means if you're quote unquote the best in the world, you'll get a title shot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think would happen. But I just looked at it like it was just a normal fucking Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Just for television. That was you gonna say, Pat?
No. I just got reminded of something from SmackDown. But I'll save it for when we segue into Evolution.
Okay. I was going to segue into Crown Jewel, if you don't mind.
So, I can say it now.
We could do Evolution if you want.
No, we'll do Crown Jewel. So, Shane McMahon came out to cut a brief promo, and this is, I think, pretty much WWE's feelings toward the women. It's like, yeah, happy for the women, but now let's talk about Crown Jewel.
Wow. Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about the little spot where everyone was chanting when they said best of the world, and
Yes.
everyone was chanting CM Punk, and then Shane goes, he's not in it. I don't think he's in it.
Why? Why the fuck y'all keep saying his name?
Yeah.
Everybody needs to let it go. Like, I'm actually tired of the fans. It actually kind of
I'm
makes
tired of the CM Punk.
it actually really annoys me at this point that people
Yeah, it's
keep chanting
disrespectful,
it.
man.
It's like, dude, he don't care about you.
They don't
Let it
give a
go.
shit, you know what I'm saying?
And it's just the false premise of the chance to begin with. They didn't take Punk away from you. He walked out. He left.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not like they fired him, and I mean, as a technicality, yeah, they did, but he walked out of the company first.
Walked out of the company. He hasn't been on the indies. He didn't. He had opportunity. The shit was in his city, in his fucking backyard. He was nowhere to
He
be
ain't
found.
coming back,
He's
guys.
not coming back. Let it the fuck go. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's disrespectful. At this point, all these people busting their ass, putting their life on the lines, putting
He
their
ain't gonna
bodies
beat
on the
it.
line.
You know where he ain't gonna be? At
coming
Crown
back.
Jewel.
Man,
He ain't
wants
gonna
to,
beat it.
He wants to continue getting his ass whooped in the UFC. Let him go.
Speaking of Crown Jewel, I don't want to talk about this for too long because I feel like everyone has talked about it, and it's just kind of getting. We've been gone, so I feel like we just really quick. I'll just really quick jump recap. So if you've been living under a fucking rock, I don't know where the fuck you live. Like if you don't know what's going on right now, but
Under a rock.
apparently, allegedly, but definitely, the Turkish. I can't pronounce his name. What's his name? Khashoggi or whatever was killed in Saudi Arabia. So that's
No, he was killed in Turkey. At
in
the Saudi,
Turkey by the
Saudi
Saudi
Arabian consulate.
See, you're better than I am at this stuff.
Basically, the
take it.
Saudi the Saudi crown prince had a journalist who spoke out against him murdered at their consulate.
Yes.
And now there's controversy over whether the show should A, take place, B, take place there, and nobody seems to be making up their mind. So
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for because
I
I was getting tongue tied there for a minute. It's like midnight and I can't talk anymore. But no. So basically, to sum it up, like I don't want to talk about because every single person's talking about this, but we have to because
I mean,
it's our
yeah.
job. But real quick, like we're not politicians or anything, but basically, my thoughts on this whole thing is they never should have went there to begin with. I honestly think that it doesn't really matter what we think. I think at the end of the day, Vince and the people behind WWE are only really concerned with the people who are paying them what those people think.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care what we think. I know recently it came out today or yesterday. Was it today? It came out that they're kind of going to put the decision up to the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I guess...
yeah, basically because it can't be a breach of contract. The government says American citizens aren't allowed to.
Yeah, so for me, it's a cop. That's kind of a cop out, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely
if you
a
don't
cop-out.
want to go, grow some balls.
Like
tell
John
them you don't
Cena,
want to go.
stand on that shit.
Exactly. If you don't want to go,
Fuck that 16 million.
don't go. If you want to really be changed, if you want to make all this history and all this change that you're talking about, then like I don't know, actually do it. Like put your fucking foot down and stand for change and stand for your morals that you want to parade out every
What
Monday.
morals?
That's why I said you want to parade out every Tuesday and Monday night, like you have some. But when it comes down to real life issues and real life shit, I am sorry, you guys literally drop the ball every single time. That's why I wish someone would actually come out for once, grow some balls, and talk about this.
And what value of money is more important than motherfuckers' lives and careers? You know what I'm saying?
About 10 million.
I guess. It's like,
But I mean, not for me, but
it's like,
but for them, if you're asking,
it's like fucking them,
about
man.
10 to 20 mil
I guess
per show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Per
I don't
show.
know. I don't know, but you know.
Do you think? Let's. Do you think it's going to happen in Saudi Arabia?
No, I don't think so. It might happen somewhere
At this
else.
point, I'm thinking no.
I think it's what happens.
Because it's very telling. They don't even say that the show's taking place there anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
They just say the
It's a little
show's
They
coming.
didn't
subtle
even
shit.
mention it.
Yeah.
The most we got was when we just watched NXT and they had a flash real quick of Saudi Arabia. They didn't mention it, but they showed it.
Yeah.
That's the most we've gotten.
And you don't have to have it in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know where the fuck it's going to take place. You know
Well,
what
I've been
I'm saying?
hearing New York, and then I'm hearing they have shows in the UK the next day. So that would make sense to have the show there. Logistically, no matter where the hell they have it, it's going to be very hard to sell those tickets on such short notice right now. They've backed themselves into a hole that no matter which way they choose to do it, they're going to get some kind of backlash.
Especially New York, it's so oversaturated.
You already know how I feel.
Yeah. It just to get them to go to yet another show, like WWE specifically, not including all these other promotions that are doing shows in New York.
Pretty much everybody is running out of there every other day. I mean, we were just at a show there, and MLW runs out of there all the time. Same building. I mean, and then there's millions of other ones. I just think then they're gonna run the not MSG. They're gonna run WrestleMania out of that area. I think UK actually sounds like a really good idea to me, especially if they're gonna have that event the day after. You have any other thoughts on this whole situation? Either of you guys? I know it's been talked about to death, so that's why I didn't really want to talk about it a lot, but I know we haven't been around since it's been brought up. But you guys have any other thoughts about it? I have one more, but I'll let you guys talk first.
I don't really have too much to say about it. I just feel as though, you know, all these programs that y'all try to do, all these Make-A-Wish, all this, you know, the Warrior, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is real life shit going on, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think you can put a price tag on people's safety and on their motherfucking lives, you know what I'm saying? So if this shit happens there, that shows me exactly what matters to Vince and them the most, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't risk putting people in harm's way just for $1, you know what I'm saying? So I hope that it doesn't happen there. You can say how you feel that.
I got nothing else.
No. The only thing, I'll leave it with this, is this isn't even generally just towards the Crown Jewel thing. It's just kind of all the pay-per-views recently, like Evolution, Super Showdown, Greatest Royal Rumble, all this crap. It's really starting to feel to me that they don't really care about their product. It's just taking away, we're building up these big, huge shows abroad, which is fine to have shows abroad and have, because those fans deserve to see it too. Mm-hmm. Just keep it don't do something at the show and then the next night on Monday Night Raw you're gonna do something that doesn't make any sense, or you're gonna just basically throw away a year's worth of storyline just to provide a good show for this one show that's not really in the long run gonna mean anything.
Yep.
Because Super Showdown in the long run didn't mean anything. In the long run, Greatest Royal Rumble sure as hell didn't mean anything. Evolution right now, as far as I'm concerned, there's no matches on there besides Becky and Charlotte that I really think anyone cares about. That is just lip service to let people think they're doing change, which is fine. People want to buy that. I'm smart. I have eyes. I don't. I just think each pay-per-view has been so poorly built up, and
because they're building up so many at the same damn time.
They're just taking money and they're not investing it in the people they have. They're taking that money and investing in people that have been gone for years. Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Kane, don't care. Don't give two fucks. I want to see your guy, even WWE World Cup, Randy Orton, John Cena, don't care.
Oh, I never want to see a match between
don't
those
care
two again.
And if you like, again, World Cup, so
Well, she's-
hypocritical. Let's put all Americans in it. That's a whole nother thing. But I just feel like since they've gone back to single pay-per-views, like everybody on one, they've sucked. Every single one, in my opinion. And the build-ups have sucked.
I agree.
Has nothing to do with Crown Jewel, but just speaking of pay-per-views, well, we can break down this Evolution card if
Yeah,
you
we can
guys
break
want to
down
make some
this.
predictions real quick.
Make some predictions.
So
First off,
go ahead.
let's say first off, we can go Trish Stratus and Lita against Alexa and Mickey James.
Trish and Lita.
And
No brainer there.
yeah, Mickey carries the match for the other three.
Yeah.
And she takes the pinfall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Handicap match.
I think we're gonna get a little bit of surprise. I think Trish and Lita are gonna be able to hang and go. I think we'll be fine
no,
there.
I don't mean that in a disparaging way, but
No,
out
I
of
know
the
that.
4 women in that match, Mickey is the most polished.
She is.
So I did think of this because Mickey's kind of a hybrid where she came at the end of that golden era, like where Trish and Lita were around, and she actually won her first 2 championships from them before they retired. So if they really wanted to turn Mickey James back babyface, they could basically, kind of have her basically get fed up with Alexa during the match and basically have one of those things where the 3 Attitude Era women just, throw Alexa out of the ring or something like that.
And then take it right off TV because they are saying that she's injured. So, I mean, that could work for sure.
I could deal with that. I think as long as we get, the moonsault from Lita and we get all the Stratisfaction, I'm happy. I'll leave happy. I don't care. But I'm going Lita and Trish with the W.
Oh, it's time to
Redo
rock
that
and roll.
Stratisfaction from 2006 that got botched during the WrestleMania match.
Next up, let's go with this one. The NXT Women's Championship match. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. This will be their 3rd meeting, right? Or 4th?
Be their 4th.
4th, yeah. I think Kairi's keeping it.
I think Shayna's getting it back.
I want Shayna to do it.
I
But
don't fuck with pirates.
I think Kairi's keeping it. I want Shayna to win, but I just, for some reason, I feel like they had her win that championship or the Mae Young Classic for a reason. She was supposed to get that Shayna push before she got hurt, and I think they're finally getting around to that.
I think it's time for Shayna to come up anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting for, it could happen at Evolution for all we know, but I'm just waiting for Shayna to get inserted into Ronda somehow. Like whether she screws Ronda over, because Ronda's the baby face, Shayna's the heel. It could be I always said Stephanie McMahon should bring Shayna in the fuck with Ronda. They got their story going, but that's the only other possibility I see of her going up to the roster is something with Ronda, whether they team them together or put them against each other.
Yeah. Personally, I hope she wins. I just think they're finally going to pull the trigger on Kairi. And I hope... I also think they're gonna, like you said, she could come up soon. Survivor Series is right around the corner if they're gonna pull the trigger on that horsewoman versus horsewomen thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I know they're very late to pull the trigger on a lot of things.
Oh,
so
yeah.
By the time we get
really
it, we
doesn't make
won't
any
care.
sense at this point. Not that.
No, it won't. Well, they need to build it up. Well, because it's Becky and Charlotte. Yeah. It wouldn't make any sense at all. I will skip one of the matches because it's still ongoing and I don't want to give away anything. The Mae Young Classic, so we'll skip that.
Yeah.
Because I know, Pat, you already know who's in the finals. I already know.
And we know Pat hates motherfucking spoilers.
So we will not give any out here. Battle Royal. For the winner will receive a championship match. Let me just run down some names. Zelina Vega, Tori Wilson, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. Who's that? Lana. Carmella, Naomi, Dana Brooke, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, Tamina, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Molly Holly, Kelly Kelly, and Maria Kanellis have all been announced.
So this
Asuka
match
And Nia
irritates me.
Jax is going to be the winner.
So this match irritates me
Why?
to no end.
Because they throw all the leftovers in?
So they touted this pay-per-view as a big thing, like this big deal, and just like I pointed out in Shane McMahon's promo, like they're focused on Crown Jewel, so this thing is just shoved off to the side. Like this is really the best you could do. Like you have a couple of singles matches that I'm into and I'm fine with them, but like, yeah, we'll just throw the rest of you in a battle royal, and I'll just get into it now. A repeat of a 6-woman tag with the Riot Squad. That just seems to be everything. All they ever do.
I was gonna say, why can't we just get a tag team championship match out of that? But that's just me, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really care for that 6-woman tag match. I think it's kind of a slap in the face to 3 women who have been there killing it. In Natalya, Sasha, and Bailey, those 3 all deserve their own singles matches, or maybe even give me a triple threat between the 3 of them.
Why all these tag matches between Sasha or with Sasha and Bailey if y'all wasn't going to bring a tag team strap out? You know what I'm saying?
They have nothing else to do with them, in their eyes.
And they can't throw them to Ronda right now.
Yeah, can't feed her to the wolves.
I'm picking Nia Jax to win that though.
I'm gonna go Asuka.
Obviously, it's not going to be.
I just think it's someone from Raw because that storyline on SmackDown is going to keep going.
Yeah.
After she beats
I
Nikki, who
agree
the hell
with
is she going after? You know.
Are there any NXT women in this battle royal?
Not that they've announced.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that probably might throw some in.
Because they could always do this.
Lacey
I
Evans?
don't count on them to do this.
Lacey?
So we were just watching NXT, and Ms. Undefeated has been saying she wants her championship match.
That'd be good.
Well, have her come in and win this damn battle royal.
Bianca?
And she can go to Bianca Belair, and so now she guaranteed herself a championship match if she won.
I like the thinking of that because she definitely deserves it. She's definitely been killing it in the ring.
Yeah, but as for someone who's in the company right now, I would say, the Raw women need something else going on, so I'd probably go with Nia Jax.
Yep. And they put on 2 good matches before, so I mean,
during my WrestleMania predictions for a while ago, I still think they're saving Becky and Asuka for WrestleMania. So having Asuka win the Battle Royal now, nah.
Yeah, she'll win the Royal.
And also, they're still building her back up from
ruining
this
it.
year.
Yeah. Next up, let's go with what will be the main event, not what should be, but let's go WWE Raw Women's Championship, Ronda versus Nikki. I'm picking Ronda, obviously.
Ronda.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't think there's too much to say about this. It's just that Ronda's their girl. Nikki was their girl at one point.
Yep.
I think it's just passing the torches with this match.
It's just a place filler until they get Ronda into another story.
Yeah.
Until whoever wins the Battle Royal.
And then they're going to get crushed, and it's not going to matter either.
Probably. We won't spend time on that one, but SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair in a last woman standing match, which they said was the first ever, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
On the main roster. Because Nikki Cross and Asuka had one hell of a one in NXT.
Oh, I remember. But I'm going
Gail
with
Kim and Taryn Terrell in Impact.
Yeah. I'm picking Becky Balboa.
Let's go, Becky.
I'm going. I don't see Becky dropping it until WrestleMania, so I'm going with Becky.
She should never drop the belt.
I don't think so either. She's got a really good thing going right now.
Yeah, her and Pete should just hold the titles forever.
So that's Evolution. Check that out this Sunday night from New York. Evolution.
We only have one other thing to really talk about.
One more piece of news that we got revealed tonight on NXT. It seems as though we finally found out who attacked Aleister Black.
Shout out to those guys that took that ass whooping as he was coming into the arena.
Seriously, dude.
I gotta run that back. I gotta run
Dude
that
got
back.
smacked.
Yeah. Those kicks look fucking brutal, bro. And Lars caught one too.
Yeah,
and
his jaw about to be broken again.
Regal almost got that ass whooped too. Until
Why, Johnny? Why?
Johnny Backstabber.
Johnny did it.
So it looks like Johnny did it. What's your reasoning, Johnny? We need to know.
Didn't one of us say Johnny? Thought about Johnny, man.
I was hoping it was Regal. I was hoping Regal did it all along.
It was me all along.
But no, I mean, they did a good job. The whole storyline's been
was
great.
Yep.
With Nikki
What a way
coming
to
out.
build Aleister.
And like we talked about while we were watching it, aren't we all glad Nikki didn't get called up with Sanity?
Yep.
I'm sure
she's
they're
doing more
not
than
happy
anybody
about it.
else.
She
from
is.
Saturday.
I'm sure Sanity's not happy about that.
No, but Johnny Gargano revealed that Aleister Black's attacker. He obviously was hoping that taking out Aleister Black, he could have got that title.
He's coming. He's
getting
coming.
that title, but
Bro,
Your
keep
thoughts?
them together. Keep them together. That's my first thought. My first thought is keep
Nikki
Nikki
and
with
Johnny?
fucking... No, keep Nikki and Alistair together. Before Alistair comes, I want to hear, he's coming, he's coming. I want to hear that shit every time forever now. Like
that would actually be fucking hilarious. Like if she
like,
just,
yo,
he's coming, he's coming, like a little kid.
Yo, she started that shit throughout the entire show. He's coming, he's coming. He's in the back, in the back, in the front.
No,
Yeah, man.
I know. She's creepy, man.
Have a dueling chant with Brie Bella. Come on, Nikki.
Nikki's got a
he's coming.
secret. Right, bro. She got him over to a whole nother level. Like the storyline kept him like over. But she, the little shit that she was adding into it, sprinkling it in, even when he came in and he appeared like on some Taker shit, and I've been saying for over a fucking year, he's the new Taker of the fucking company. He shows up out of nowhere, the crowd goes ape shit. She talking about, I know. He tells her to come here. He hears it. He gets mad, pissed. He's selling it. He's a good fucking actor. He need to be in the. He need to be in Wolverine 10. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking good actor. But he's selling that shit. He runs in the back. And then this episode, Undisputed Era, she's talking about he's coming. They're looking at her like, what the fuck is she talking about? In the back with security, she's saying he's coming. Next thing you know, shit's getting the tension is running high. Next thing you know, here he comes with these motherfucking kicks. These kicks was on point from every fucking direction.
Those might have been the best kicks I've ever seen him.
Yeah, man.
From him.
Yeah, man. Next thing you know, then the last super kick come from fucking Johnny Wrestling. Wow. So why did he do it?
All he said was, I'm right here. Because he
Why
kept going. Alistair kept going to Regal. He said, where is he? Where is he? Boom. Super kick.
Why did Johnny do it? I don't
I'm
know.
right here. That's all Johnny said.
Johnny is obsessed with being NXT champion, and because Ciampa's champion, and I guess because he beat, he cost, Alistair, you know what I'm saying, a title. I guess it's some unfinished business there, and I guess he wanted to take it out on Alistair. He wanted to get rid of Alistair so he can focus on, Ciampa. I mean, the only thing that makes sense to get rid of, the competition, the highest threat. You know what I'm saying? To try to get back at Ciampa. So I'm guessing that's probably his reason.
It was a good try, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, now you got a demon on your back, and that's bigger than the demon on his back. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's going to be a lot of ass whoopings.
He answered the question, when does the hero become the villain? I hope that it looks like they're going all the way with this, unlike Impact, where they just decided to stop Eddie while he was getting hot with that.
Should have never done that.
Yep.
Should have let him keep going.
Yep.
I can't believe that.
I really hope they
John,
do that.
If they do it with Johnny and keep going this way, I'm cool.
This Ciampa shit has been going on since 2015, bro. This is nuts, yo.
Yeah.
It's
So the
long-term
only, I was
storytelling.
just saying, it's the
Go
only
figure.
long-term
Oh my
storyline
God.
they can do, and they're doing it
Oh
perfectly.
my God, bro.
No complaints this week, man. No complaints from NXT, man. Hands down.
So, unfortunately, this had been spoiled for me. And,
Me too.
And many other people ahead of time. But the question, something that just came to my mind, I'll ask you guys. Do you think this was undercut by the happenings on Monday? Do you think it felt less impactful just because of the big story from Monday? Or?
Nah, I feel like it was because we knew.
I was gonna say I can't really comment
Yeah.
because it was already gone for me before Monday because I already
that's
knew.
fair.
You
That's
know,
fair.
so I guess we could ask somebody else who didn't get it ruined for him because for me, no matter what,
I'm sure
it
for
was just
somebody
ruined
else
for me.
this week has been fucking insane for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it still was a good week. I just was like, okay, when is it gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? One of those type of things. But I don't think no one could have thought that Monday was gonna turn out the way it happened, and then SmackDown was
You never know in this
Yeah.
crazy world, man.
Yeah.
What could happen?
Then SmackDown was, another good night for SmackDown for television. You know what I'm saying? NXT was another good night. You know what I'm saying? I love the things that the Undisputed Era is doing. It's very, very entertaining. Matt Riddle is coming. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see that.
Versus Ono, I know that's happening.
He'll turn for Ono, so that's going to be entertaining. Bianca is going to get her title shot eventually. You know what I'm saying? So, Shit,
Kona
man,
Reeves is still the finest.
Oh God.
You know,
I don't want to hear Brock name, and I don't want to hear Code. I don't want to hear his fucking name either.
it's my boy. I can't wait until he gets a shirt. I'm a
Kona
good.
Reeves is banned from. The
I hope it's just a black shirt with like cocaine dust all over it.
Yeah.
I hope that's Kona's. Kona's cocaine.
I think I want to do. I think next time we get together, we can talk about both NXT UK shows.
Yes,
This one's really good.
yes. I
And
gotta watch the
205
second
Live.
one.
Yeah. So I guess we can merge 205 Live and that too at the same time.
Going forward, we're gonna try to do more. More is better. More is good. But just let us know what you want, because we don't want to give you what you don't want.
Yeah, man. But we got 3 shows. We got 4 shows this week. We have interviews dropping. We got merch coming. We're going back on tour. So yeah, man. Hit us with the tagline. Where they can follow us at, Casey?
All right, you know the business here, boys and girls. We gotta go on Wrestle Cave Facebook. No, I'm kidding. Wrestle Cave podcast.
That was fucking awesome.
That was a good voice, right? I don't know who. I don't know.
Yeah, who the fuck was
Wrestle
that
Cave
guy?
podcast on Facebook, Twitter. It's Wrestle. Is it Wrestle underscore
Wrestle
Cave?
underscore Cave.
On Twitter.
It's
And then-
past 12. It's past
And then
bedtime.
Instagram, it is Wrestle Cave. November 9th. I'm not going to tell you again, but I will tell you again. Northeast Wrestling, me and Pat, and we're going to make Ace come too. We're going to go to Poughkeepsie, New York. We're going to see some fantastic wrestling. David Arquette. I know everybody can't wait to see him. He's not the main event. The main event, as far as I know, is Kenny Omega versus Phoenix. I know advertised as Jack Swagger versus RVD. Pentagon will also be wrestling on the show. I think he's facing Darby Allin, if I'm not mistaken, which will be another great match. Basically, get your ass out there. It's going to be a good time. Anything I'm missing?
Nah, bro, we covered it all, man. 3 for 3 tonight, fellas.
It's fucking... I'm
Almost
tired.
died.
I got to wake
Almost
up and
died earlier, too.
By the way, guys, you died?
I almost died in the chair when Kippy. I was drinking all that Henny.
Oh God! Yeah, I thought you were dying.
Yeah, I was almost.
If you guys,
dead.
if you guys want to hear Ace die, go listen. It's not really that he's dead. It's just he doesn't say anything for about an hour.
What are you talking about? No, I was cameraman. I played cameraman.
You were dead. No, you don't. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But it was pretty funny. That will be in our interview with Chris Capitanio, the
For Behind the Arts,
guitarist
aka Behind the Indies.
for In the Presence of Wolves. But
And then we got WC on tour on the road. You know what I'm saying? We got that episodes coming. And then we got
YouTube channel, check it out.
YouTube channel
I think
interviews coming.
we're just rambling.
We're just rambling. All right, good night. Fuck it.
Bye.